Welcome to Girls Gone Global. Let's talk travel.
Hello, and welcome to Girls Guide Global Podcast, Travel Podcast. My name is Mary Jane, and welcome. Tonight's episode is Passports, Prosecco, and Plot Twists. Now, we're going to go through everything. We're going to introduce everybody in just a moment. First, how did I get started into travel? Well, it all started when I was 4 years old. Yes, I saw the Roman Colosseum on TV. I said, someday I'm going to see that. Little did I know I was 17. Um, and from there, it just took off. Once I got my divorce, I said, okay, I'm free now. And a couple of friends mentioned that you should become a travel agent since I love to travel. And that's what I did. And that's how I got a travel agent. It's been wonderful. I've traveled so much so far in such little amount of time. So that's a little bit about me. I'm going to head it over to Cheryl.
Thank you, Mary. As she's mentioned, I'm Cheryl, and I've always been interested in travel, and I did not get to travel a whole lot. It was just New England growing up, and I knew I wanted to travel, and what better way is becoming a travel agent and going in depth, learning about the travel industry. It's been amazing. I've made some wonderful friends, taken some amazing trips that I probably wouldn't have if I didn't become a travel agent. And as you can see, the three of us have become friends together and just have a great time talking about travel. And I'm going to pass it on over to my friend Jana.
Hey everybody, I'm Jana, and I've always loved to travel, but sometime around 2016, because of an amazing friend of mine, we've been able to travel the world, usually 2 countries a year. So visiting really exotic places and uh, traveling through Europe and using train travel and using European plane travel and just getting to know all the different ways of getting around and enjoying the foods. Oh my goodness. Um, Places that you can have some of the best food that you've ever eaten in your life. So, um, traveling has just become a hobby and a love, something that creates such incredible memories, stretches your knowledge, and just gives you a bunch of good feelings when you're out traveling the world. Um, and just a little bit about the three of us. So we're all travel agents, and we met just through being online on some trainings with our travel company. I'm on the West Coast in California. Mary and Cheryl are both on the East Coast, Florida and Pennsylvania. But we just love to share our travel ideas and thoughts, and we love to help people create their travel dreams and help them access, some of the best itineraries that you can come across. And so one thing we're going to promise you as you become part of our audience and follow us as we go through this is that you will always get some laughter. You will always get some real talk about travel. We'll give you some inspiration to go to those places that you maybe have always wanted to go but haven't yet. And I guarantee you'll become friends of ours. And we're glad that you're here. We're really thankful that um, you took the time to come on and watch us crazy girls talk about travel. So, with that, one of the things that I learned on one of my travel experiences in October of 2019 was plan your trip home a lot better. What I mean by that is we were leaving Venice and coming back to San Francisco, California. And in order to do that, we had to take a boat from the hotel to the train station in Venice because it's all water. And then we had to hop on a train to go to Milan. We killed some time in Milan for a couple of hours, having some great food and doing some window shopping. And then we had to get on another train to go outside of Milan to the airport. And then we had to fly from that airport back up to Frankfurt in Germany. And then we had to fly from Germany to SFO in San Francisco, California. And then when we got home, we had to drive home. So while that sounds like it might have been a good idea when we were planning it, yeah, would not be. We made everything on time, but just the craziness of that one leg coming home and having the biggest piece of luggage you own in tow, I will never do that again.
How long did that
Oh my gosh.
that trip take you home?
We left at Venice early morning before sunrise. I think it must have been like 4 in the morning. We left Venice and
Oh,
we landed
goodness.
back in San Francisco. Um, you know how with the time difference between Europe and here, right? So
Right.
it felt like we landed in San Francisco just a couple of hours after we left Frankfurt because of the time difference. But it was a very long day. I think by the time we got home, it was like a 22 hour thing.
Oh, that
Wow.
sounds like it. Sounds like a long, long way home.
Very
That's
long
pro
way.
that's probably the time you told me that you slept all day.
Yes, for sure. For sure. What about
Goodness.
you guys? What have you come across for these fun plot twists?
Oh gosh. It's like for me, it's got to be when I lost my license in the airport.
Oh no.
Before security.
Oh, that's even worse.
Oh,
Yes. I I have a habit of losing stuff or misplacing, which I said my daughter says lose stuff. My constantly losing stuff. But I had to go to the checkout. This is in Westchester County Airport, New York. It's not a very big airport. It's a small, tiny little airport. Of course, I lose my license. So I go in for the JetBlue counter. And then I was going to, I don't know, I think I checked my bag that year. I never checked my bag. One year I checked my bag, was going to around the corner to security, and I'm looking for my license. I'm checking through all my bags, looking for my license. Nothing, nothing. And people are waiting online. I said, go, go, go. I got to find my license. Nothing. So finally I said, come on through. It's okay. You don't need your license. So I showed all my ID, my credit cards, all that. And then as it's like, I don't have it. So they were said, okay, wait. Then I heard them calling my name on the loudspeaker. They found my license. This is like, they're like, it's 200 feet away. This is, like I said, this is a tiny, tiny airport. It's like, can I go get my license? They're calling my name. I'm like, they're calling, no, no, sorry. Sorry, you can't go. It's like, so woman's there, TSA agent, waiting to pat me down. I said, sir, they're calling my name. They have my license. Nope, nope. You have to pat you down. She was just about to pat me down when another TSA agent came over, handed me my license. Like, is this yours? Handing me my license. I said, yes, thank you. I shoved the thing in her face. I said, see, this is my license. I told you I had it. They were calling my name. She gave me such a look and said, all right, go ahead. And she didn't have to pat me down.
this is what you need. The lanyard and a plastic little pocket. You could put your passport and your license in next time you travel. Put it right around your neck. You won't lose it.
I think it's funny you actually have one sitting in front of you.
I'm traveling tomorrow.
But I tell you, that's the last time. Now I travel with a passport wallet. I make sure I put my license inside my passport wallet. But that's a good idea, Cheryl.
It is. It is. And while
And
we're
just go
talking
like
about,
this.
I got it.
That's it. It stays
I
around me.
didn't lose it. Look.
But
No,
he's like, it's just like I said, it's a tiny little airport.
Yes.
Tiny little airport from like 200
right.
feet. I lose my license.
You know, while we're talking about passports and licenses, a lot of people don't think of safety inside the airport when they have their passport and license. They usually have it facing upright, and anybody walking by or standing behind you or beside you can actually see all your information. A good thing is to always flip it upside down so they can't see your information. A good safety tip while we're talking about that.
That's great.
Um,
That is a
so
good idea.
I have to say I learned on a trip to Iceland about the four S's that show up on your boarding ticket. And I had no clue before, but I went through, turned around, and my friend was being hauled off in another room. I was like, oh no, we're not going home. Or she's not, I'm going home. No. But anyways, it's a it's a secondary security screening selection, and it's all random. And if you have it, they can pull you aside for that extra questioning at the gate or checkpoint. Um, More thorough search of your bags. They can even check for possible explosive traces. Um, I guess they can do a swap now, but I have been in the airport before where they used a little like a neon light,
Mm.
and of course I'm I'm curious. What's this for? I can't understand why they got a light on my hand. Not thinking, hello, explosives. But yeah, my friend was a bit nervous getting pulled into that other room. But I was sitting there like, I'm through. I can get on that plane.
Yes.
I'm leaving you.
Yes.
You're on your own. And the thing is at first I thought, oh, she almost went in front of me. But it actually is on your boarding pass, so it wouldn't have mattered where she went through. So yeah, that's an interesting thing to have
Yeah,
happen.
I never seen that before. I never heard it.
Well, sometimes if you travel like internationally a lot,
Okay.
especially like to the same countries, sometimes you'll get pulled aside.
Right.
So yeah, it's something that many people don't know until you're actually experience it. Then you learn
Yeah.
real quick.
And if you want to know that you were chosen, you just got to look at your boarding pass. And if
Hmm.
you have four S's up at the top, then you've been chosen for that secondary screening. That's happened to us too when we've traveled. And
But
the very first time,
no need to panic though. I mean, it's
no,
just a normal routine.
yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, the first time
I
we traveled together, that happened to us too, and she got pulled aside, and so she was like, "Wait, wait, wait, why are you taking me away?" But, it all they did was look through her bag and pat her down, and she was good after that, but when you don't know what's happening, you're kinda
yeah.
like, "Why am I being pulled aside in the airport for additional screening?"
And my
Yeah,
friend was
that
the same way. Cheryl, like, where are you going? Don't leave me. But yeah, it can be frightening if you don't know what's going on.
yeah, yeah, that's good to know because that would scare me.
Hmm. Especially when you're going in that room and
Yeah.
your travel partner's leaving. They're on the other side. They made it through safe. They're on that home stretch to the gateway.
Great.
For sure. Mm.
Oh goodness.
Oh
So
my God.
now we know that, Mary is gonna get one of these passport
Yes.
lanyards so
Clear
Yes.
she
one.
doesn't lose it.
A clear one so I can show the TSA's face.
Yes.
Well, as long as it's not your passport, because it's not big enough to actually have your passport open. It would be
Hmm.
closed. So as long as it's your license, and a
Yeah.
domestic flight, you can say, "See, here I am."
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my
Uh,
gosh. I was so close. They had the license calling my name over the loudspeaker,
Mhm.
and they wouldn't let me go to get my license.
Even though you had all your credit cards and everything else showing them who
Yep.
you were, you were stuck.
Can't you hear? They're calling my name. They're calling my name. Nope, can't leave. And she isn't, I haven't gone through yet. They just seen there. It's like, I haven't gone through anything yet. Can I just get my license? No, you have to go through.
Well, how can you go through if you don't have the
That
ID?
I was just gonna ask.
Apparently, you get not, you get patted down.
Wow.
But I say, it's like, because they have my license. Can't you hear they're calling my name?
Mhm.
My license have been found. But no, you have to keep going through. We want to pat you down.
I guess at a small airport you could go through without identification.
Oh, yes. I do want to bring it up because I don't want to forget. Do if you do not have your real ID,
Ah, yes.
Oh my
I don't
goodness,
want to forget
yes.
that because that's making, coming into effect real soon. If you don't have your real ID, they're going to start charging a fee.
Yes.
And it's
Yes.
per trip, so it's both ways to your
Yes.
destination and back another $45.
Yeah.
I
That's
can't
that's
remember.
expensive.
Yeah, that's virtually a carry-on fee.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, so
But
if
if
you
you do
don't
have a
have it,
passport card,
yeah,
Mhm.
that is acceptable. Both my friend and my mother do not have the real ID, but they do have their passport card.
you mean the book. The
No, I
card is
mean the card.
oh, they're
That's
accepting the card.
acceptable for your license.
But domestically, correct?
Domestically, yes. For
Okay.
Domestically.
international, you do need your passport book.
Mhm.
Right, that's what I was thinking is you need a
Mhm.
book to fly international. So yeah,
Mhm.
it does make sense that you
No,
could
for
use it
domestic, you just need
domestic.
the card.
Hmm.
Yeah, we got global entry this year because we travel internationally so much. And we asked the TSA agent if, in lieu of the ID, can we show our global entry cards for domestic? And they said, yeah, not a problem. So that works too if you have your global entry card for domestic.
Now, what if we don't know what the global entry card is, Jana?
Oh, well, so
Yeah, tell
global
us about that.
entry. Yeah. So most people have heard of TSA PreCheck. So you pay a fee for 3 years, you get to go in the TSA PreCheck line. But there's another one that's global entry that allows you to come in back from your international trips and skip the regular line at border control and customs, and you can go through the global entry line. But in order to do global entry, you have to do an application and then you have to go in for an interview. And then once they approve your application after the interview, um, they do your fingerprinting and your pictures and all that. They send you a card in the mail that you can carry with you. You don't have to, but you can. And then everything for you when you come back into the country is biometric. So instead of going to the regular line where everybody else is, you can just go to the global entry line. You use the kiosk and you check yourself in. You walk past the agent who says good to go, and then you're done. And in some cases, that can save you quite a bit of time when you're coming back from an international trip. And I believe 3 years, maybe it's either 3 years or 5 years, and it's $150, and it includes TSA pre-check. So you're getting two things: the global
That's
entry
good
and
to
the
know.
TSA pre.
So if
That
you
is good to
travel
know.
internationally, it's
Mm.
something you might want to consider.
Yeah, for sure. And there are some countries when you land that also have a global entry line. And so you can go through that line too because you have you've done it here. So it's good there too.
I'm pretty sure it's 5 years.
I think it's 5. I should
Yeah,
remember. We
because
just did not too
because
long
the,
ago.
the TSA approval is 5 years, and I'm pretty sure the global entry is 5 years as well.
Yeah, I think it's 5 too.
Because I have the TSA and I'm gonna do the global because I'm all not international mostly now. So I'm gonna switch
Yeah.
over when it's time to renew it.
See, I never got the TSA pre-check. So with JetBlue, when I used to come down, and when I used to live in New York, I used to fly down here where I'm living. And there's a couple of times that I got the TSA pre-check automatically.
Mhm.
I mean, it was nice, it was quick, but now things have changed a bit with the TSA though.
The
I
big,
heard you can keep your shoes on.
yep,
Yes.
that was the biggest sale technique of the TSA pre-check is not have to take your sneakers off and your shoes off. And it was a breeze right through. My friend that she didn't get it, I'd be through and she'd still be in line.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
but now they've changed it. So definitely going with the global. So I don't
The
have to worry
global one,
about
yeah,
it.
would
Come
be
back
good.
in.
Yeah. Especially if you travel a lot internationally,
Right.
Mhm.
which I am hoping to do.
Well, we're just gonna have to take you along, kidnap you.
That's
Mm,
right.
that's it. That's it.
You're coming with us. But don't lose your license.
No.
Or if you
No.
get
No,
pulled
no, no.
aside, or if you get pulled aside, we're gone. Sorry.
I have gotten more organized since then.
I'll bring it for you.
I mean, here, hold everything. I don't
There
lose
we
it.
go.
No, but what I did do is I've gotten one of those travel purses
Hmm.
that goes over your shoulders, like almost like a purse, but it has front pockets in the front, so you can hold all your passport,
Mm.
anything, your wallet, whatever. So it's easy to grab and
The
shove
cross
back in.
the
A
crossbody.
crossbody,
Yeah,
yeah,
I have one.
and it's flat.
Yeah, it's pretty flat and it does fit,
Yeah.
your essentials, your
Mhm.
cards, your money,
Cards,
your
yeah.
passport, cell phone. When you're traveling, you're trying to bring a carry-on and a personal item. And then if you have
It's
a medical device or CPAP or kids,
yeah,
you only got two hands. So
too much to juggle.
they're
Yes.
sent from heaven, to have everything all in one spot so you're not losing it.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I'll
Yes.
lose something.
Oh goodness.
Oh,
See, we did advise you that you would have some laughs,
Yeah.
and hopefully you're all laughing, with us or
at
at
us.
least at us. We
At
don't
us.
care. We don't care.
At us.
Either or, as long as you're laughing and having a good time.
But speaking of passports,
Mm.
Uh,
have I got a story for you?
uh-oh.
Yeah, it was not my passport. When I renewed my passport a couple years ago, mine was easy. I had mine from 40 years ago. Still the same name, and back to the same name. Just like everything's the same. Okay. Get 2 weeks later, I went to get my daughter's done. Her birth certificate doesn't have my name on it.
No way.
And she was what, 20, 21?
Oh my goodness.
They was
How in the
that.
world did that happen? She
Um,
was motherless. Usually it's at least the mother and maybe not the father, but the mother
yeah,
for,
I
for
know.
all these years.
Oh, listen to this. This was a big ordeal.
I'm
This was a
sure.
huge ordeal. Now, since me and Emily, my daughter, is living in Florida, my ex-husband was still living up north where, she was born in Danbury, Connecticut. So I said, we need her. Well, during the move down here, I don't know, we didn't pack her birth certificate. So he got a copy, sent it down. Well, look, we sent it, we didn't even look at it when we got it sent. We just like, okay, went to the office. Here's her birth certificate. Like, your name's not on here. This is not correct. I said, okay. So I called the county clerk's office in Danbury. They can't do anything. They told me to call the hospital. The hospital tells me you got to talk to the county clerk's office.
Oh
And we're
goodness.
going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So, well, then I call the county clerk's office and says, you need a DNA test to prove that she's your daughter. You gotta go to county clerks and prove that she's your daughter. Because I posted this on social media.
I hope she was a good child growing up because this is the
And
your
they're
chance.
saying,
This
it's
is
like,
your
oh,
chance to run.
you're mini me. It's like, okay, Joe, your mini me needs to have DNA tests to prove that she's your daughter. And she's living with me. It's like, okay. So I had to call Danbury's mayor's office. Now I'm getting the mayor's office involved. I don't know what to do. So in the mayor's office, well, we called the Danbury. I sent them, actually, I remembered that I had taken, both me and my daughter had taken the ancestry DNA test.
Ancestry for the win.
Oh my gosh. So I sent them that test that proves that we're parents. She's my daughter. I sent them both my licenses, one with my married name, one with my maiden name, plus her current license with the same address as my current license, her baptism certificate, my marriage certificate, my divorce papers. Still, they couldn't do anything. I'm like, I'm starting to panic. It's like, we need to get her passport. So finally, no, I was getting nowhere. I was going around in circles and circles with these people. So finally, I had to call the governor's office of Connecticut. That's how far it has gotten. I had to call the governor's office. She was really, really sweet. She finally got in touch with everybody, showed them my papers. I don't know what she did, but finally I got her birth certificate fixed with my name on it.
I couldn't imagine that fiasco. How long of a process was that?
We started in February. I think we got her passport May or June, and we were leaving in July.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
So somebody at the hospital on the night she was born wasn't paying any attention to what they were supposed to put on the birth
I don't know, but
certificate.
I tell you,
Was she born at night? Maybe it was the night shift half asleep.
maybe it's the morning shift who didn't get enough sleep.
Maybe. Or had a
Oh,
few too many mimosas.
So, word to the wise, make sure if you don't have a passport that the birth certificate is correct.
yes.
It might
Yes.
take you a few months.
And how old is your daughter?
She's 22. She's going to be 23 soon.
So
And
for
you
22 years, nobody knew that you were missing from the birth
My
certificate.
name was missing. The actual mother.
so you never needed her birth certificate for anything before
She
that.
got her driver's license, no problem. Nobody said anything.
Oh, that is funny.
That is a win. That is one of the
Wait
best stories.
I couldn't understand. How was she able to get her driver's license without my
Wow.
name on it?
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I've never heard of mom's name not being there. I've heard
Yeah.
all about
Yeah.
dad's name staying off or
Dad
not going
full
on, but
name was on
not
it,
mom.
not
Dad,
mom.
that's
He had the
crazy.
easy part. My daughter
Yeah.
came out breached. She was
Oh, no.
C-section.
Oh no. Wow. That's a good one.
Yeah, that's my story. That's the saga of getting her passport.
That is so funny. My first passport was my infant passport because when my mom brought me back from Japan at 6 months old, it had my little infant picture in it.
Wow. Yeah, I was an adult when I got my first passport. And I got it and it expired before I got to use it. I had to renew it. I got it, it was after 9/11. I got it to go into Canada in Niagara Falls. I wanted to go
Mhm.
across the bridge because I was
Yes.
there and I was like, I think it would be so much nicer to see it from the other side.
Yes.
And it came in the Monday after the weekend I was there. So I still didn't get to use it, but now I use it as
Sure.
often as I can. Oh, goodness. See, we have some crazy stories.
I need to do some research about what happens when you fill up your pages.
Do they still stamp
That's
it?
a good question.
So that's a good question too, Mary, because I recently found out, and I know that this is going to be something we talk about in the future. So you'll want to
Mhm.
catch that podcast. But
Definitely subscribe to catch that podcast. You don't want to
that's
Yes.
right.
forget.
Yes, don't forget to subscribe.
There are some European countries and other countries that will no longer be stamping passports.
I did hear that they're starting to move away from stamping some countries.
Yes.
And that's sad. I like to see my pages
I
fill up.
know.
Yes.
A lot of
That's
people
the
are like that. That's the fun of it, you know. You're
yes.
filling this book with the stamps, you know. This is your life, your journey.
Yeah.
Yes. And then there are other countries you go to that they give you little stickers um, instead of a stamp because if their country's stamp ended up in your passport and you wanted to go to another country, that country wouldn't let you in if you had that other country's passport. So they give you or stamp. So they give you a little sticker that you don't put on anything. You just keep it in your
Just keep
passport
it.
until you leave the country, and then when you leave the country, they don't take it from you. They say that you can keep it, but um, we that happened to us when we went to Israel and Egypt. So Israel doesn't stamp the passport because there are other countries in the region, such as Egypt and other places, that wouldn't let you in if you had that stamp. So
Oh, interesting.
we had a sticker from Israel, and then we had stamps from the other Middle Eastern countries.
So I had to go and look this up because that's a concern, you know, to stop me from traveling. I mean, come
Right.
on, that can't happen. But it actually says that airlines can deny the boarding or immigration can refuse your entry, and some countries actually require 1 to 2 blank pages per entry.
Mhm.
So you better be careful, Jaina.
I know, right? I feel like I'm gonna make my book almost full soon, and so then do you order another book because you're out of room?
Um,
Yeah, that's
Or
a good
do
question.
I just go to the countries now that don't stamp?
That's the only places you're allowed to go till your thing expires, your passport expires.
so I'm also reading that you actually have to get another passport. You
Oh,
have to replace it,
you have to replace it once it's full.
but we'll have to go into further details so then, and at a different
Yes.
time, different
Yes.
episode.
Yes, that's right.
So you must come back to learn more about the passport.
For sure.
You can't miss it. I mean, you definitely, if you love to travel and travel outside the country, you need to know what's going on. And that's part of our job, you know, staying up to date on the travel requirements.
Yep. Oh,
Speaking of
speaking.
which, did you guys have anybody down in the Caribbean last week when
I
they
did
closed the
not.
airspace?
I had a friend who is on my travel team. She's on my team. She's on a cruise in the
Mm,
Caribbean. So I didn't per se as a client, but as my team member, she was
mhm.
on a cruise on World America MSC. Um, but it didn't really affect her very much where she was actually going. And I'm glad it was last week because
You're
next week
going.
next week I'll be on a cruise down there.
Nice. Nice,
And at
nice,
least
nice,
that
nice.
one didn't last too long, but, can you imagine if other of our agents had clients that were down there and they had to work with them to get them, you know, back off of the ships and back on airplanes and
Things, yeah.
redo flights and
That must have been a
um
headache.
It's a lot
Yeah.
of work. It is a lot of work. I see a lot of people on Facebook having issues with cancellations, um, rebooking, what do I do?
Hmm.
And unfortunately, if they don't have a travel agent to back them up and represent them to take care of
Yeah.
those matters, they're clueless. And they look to a travel agent at that time to, what do I do? But we can't help. Um, so times like that, or even with the hurricane that went into Jamaica, somebody was
Hmm.
stuck and couldn't get home. And she's like, what do I do? Asking general public on Facebook, what do I do? What do I do? And I said, unfortunately, there's nothing anybody can do for you unless you have a travel agent to represent you. I said,
Hmm.
you have to contact the US Embassy,
Yeah.
Hmm.
and go through them. That's the downfall when you're booking yourself on, Expedia or
Yeah, you have no
Costco or
support.
yeah.
Hmm.
So I know one of our colleagues, she had mentioned that she was on the phone for hours,
Hmm.
hours trying to rebook people. But
See, but that's just the key for those of us that are agents. We're the ones that take on the stress and we're the ones that
mhm,
take on the time to take care of
Right.
those things so that the people that are, on vacation in country, wherever they are, don't necessarily have to add that stress on themselves. They can, try to keep their family and
mhm,
somewhat, non-chaotic mode when they have us to be able to take care of those things for them.
Yeah.
certainly, yep.
And the best part about it is we're free.
Yes, we are.
Yes,
We
we
don't
are.
charge our clients.
Some people do charge an extra
Some
fee,
that's true.
but
Some people
we
do.
do not.
No.
We simply get paid by our suppliers after travel. So we are here to support our clients 100%. We're
Yeah.
not an 800 number. You're not calling an 800 number and saying, "Oh my God, my flight canceled. What do I do?" You're getting us directly. So you're getting our
Yeah.
our personal support.
Before, during, and
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 after.
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 Oh gosh.
That would make
Okay.
a great commercial, ladies.
Yeah, it would. But we gotta say at different times. Before.
During.
After.
Oh goodness, ladies. What would I do without friends like this? And I would have never,
Cheers. Where's
right?
your Prosecco?
Cheers.
I have water.
Okay. I have actually. I went for it.
You did.
It's
I'm
it's
proud
not
of you.
actually it's not actually Prosecco. It is Corbel.
Oh, okay.
I'll have
So
that fruity little drink that's in my hand above me
Yes.
in a
that's
couple of
gonna be
days.
next.
Yes, that's going to be a couple of
That's
days
yeah.
or a week.
No, a week. So
But
cheers
yes,
to us.
yes,
Yes. Cheers
definitely.
to us. So, Cheryl, you've mentioned it a couple of times. Where are you off to?
I am going on Virgin Voyages, adults
Awesome.
only. They
Ooh,
are
that sounds
adults
exciting.
only. Yes, we're going to out of Miami round trip. We're going to Grand Cayman on my birthday. I get to explore Grand Cayman, and then we're off to Ocho Rios, Jamaica. And
Ooh.
then we have two days at sea, and we will be at Bimini Private Beach. Yep.
Ocho's beautiful.
It's the first time for all three of them.
Nice.
So I'm definitely looking forward to it and escape the cold, snowy,
Yeah,
icy
how's it
weather
up
in
there?
Pennsylvania.
It's nice down here.
Today we reached, around 40. And I was supposed to
Oh,
wash the salt and dirt off my car.
yeah.
Didn't happen. I was too busy. But today wasn't bad. I believe tomorrow is supposed to be rainy and maybe Saturday, but I'm ready for the sun, the sand, and the
Oh,
fruity umbrella drinks
Mhm.
and just sit back. Um, Of course, it's not going to be all party and have fun. Well, it'll be all have fun, but I'll also be, doing my ship tour and everything like that, so I can bring back all the news to my clients, all the good things, get to share it with them. That's part of being a travel agent as well. We
Yes.
go and we learn and bring it back to our clients, so we can recommend the best trip for you.
Now, I heard there's a certain party where you need to wear red.
Yes, yes, Scarlet
Did you
Night.
get your Scarlet
I
Night? Did you?
did. I did. I got a red dress with some sparkle in it. Yes, and
Ooh.
and get this, if you're around the Gen X now, 80s night.
See,
80s night.
see, I
Neon,
love my 80s night.
yeah, I got the headband, with the bow, and I
Hmm.
got the slouch socks and the neon. I don't know if you remember kind of like the rubber silicone bracelets that we used to wear. Oh, I got it. I'm ready.
You
80s
got your
night.
glow in the dark stuff too? Your
It's
neon?
it's it's neon. I went with
Yeah,
neon,
yeah.
definitely.
Definitely
So
get that
yeah,
neon.
yep. So it'll be an 80s night. Hit some shows, experience some of the shows. I got my dining planned out that I can hit a different restaurant each evening for the
Ooh.
dinner.
Mm.
So yeah.
Now, aren't all the restaurants on Virgin included?
Yes.
And
See?
I don't
Eh,
think they have a buffet.
no, that is another great thing.
No
Let me tell you,
buffet?
no buffet, no, anybody coughing or breathing over the food or touching utensils. It's all made to order. So yeah, that's a good thing, especially, in the
Okay,
winter
I got
having
a
so many
question here
people.
for you. Now, how does that coincide with the shows?
Everything's included.
But do you get to miss the times?
Well, they have them at different times.
Mm-hmm.
They usually have a couple of shows, or they'll have the same show multiple times during your cruise.
Mm-hmm.
And so you kind of pick and choose. So trust me, strategically, you look at
You
your
have to
schedule.
be.
But if you got a travel agent on your side, they can help
Mm-hmm.
you do all that. You're not on your
Mm-hmm.
own. We're here to
No.
help. So, like I said, I'm going to go around, and I'm ecstatic that I get steak and seafood restaurant the
Mhm.
wake
Ooh, that's
on
mine.
on my
That's for
birthday.
me.
I
Oh,
was
There
like,
you
I
nice.
must
go.
go on my
We
birthday.
gotta wish you a happy birthday.
Mhm.
Seafood is my thing. I was born and raised in Maine.
A lobster.
And another thing with Virgin, now everybody has their preference, but I travel with a friend who doesn't drink. Most cruise lines, what a lot of people don't know is if one person wants a drink package, everybody that's an adult of drinking age
Mm-hmm.
has to get that package. However, with Virgin, I'm excited because my friend doesn't have to get a drink package. They don't have
Mhm.
drink packages. They
Mhm.
have a bar tab.
Mhm.
So I can have a tab of however much I want. And I could say, hey, I made a new friend in cabin 3024. I'd like to get them a drink.
Mhm.
So I really like that because I can have my fruity drinks because now I'm not an alcoholic. I only drink some fruity drinks because they taste good on vacation. So I like it that I get to have my fruity drinks and she doesn't have to. You can't blame somebody not wanting to buy a drink
No,
package if they're not going to drink it.
that's it. That's
So,
fantastic. I wish more cruise lines had that option.
and another thing about Virgin, I think we're spilling all our secrets about Virgin, but it's, my cruise for the week. So, Virgin also includes your essential drinks,
Yes.
soda, juices, coffees, all your drinks.
Yes.
Unlike the other cruise lines, it's like
Yeah.
your slim pickings during your meals, and then you have to pay for soda or Red Bull or specialty coffees and teas
Hmm.
and alcohol. But
Mhm.
yeah, Virgin is
Nice.
is they include a lot in one price. all in
Good
one
to
price.
know.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that we should do a future podcast on Virgin
We could.
when you get back. And maybe we should show some photos and maybe some videos.
Is this
And
is this you telling me to make sure I get
Yes.
my content?
you got it.
Yes.
Look at that. Support by my fellow colleagues.
So one of our viewers has asked a question, and we
Ooh.
might know this off the top of our head, but if
If we
not, we'll
don't,
have
we
to get
will
back to
research
the
it.
viewer. Correct.
Yes.
Right.
So the question is, what cruises have single occupancy options?
I know
And
I know there are multiple cruise lines that have solo. However, you want to
Mhm.
book them in advance
yes.
because they sell out quickly.
Yes, they
And
do.
the
Why,
ship you're going on has solo
So,
cabins.
however, they didn't have any because I looked.
Yes. That's why you have to get them sooner.
Yes, they sell
Mhm.
out very quickly.
Especially on
Uh,
that cruise line.
yes, because it's adults only. You don't have the children running around. And
yes.
if you're traveling alone, a lot of times somebody doesn't have that family. They really don't want to have the kids involved. Um, However, I've been on cruises with kids and I didn't really notice kids running around and like being crazy. Like it was
Mhm.
still nice. So, but some do
And then
prefer no kids.
there are certain times of year where the solo cruise prices are not doubled, right? Because a lot of people don't cruise solo because they have to pay for 2 people. But there
Correct.
Right.
are certain times of year where you can get that solo room for just the price of 1 person, and that's
Correct.
typically during
Wave
wet
season.
season.
Wait, which is
Another
Now,
podcast.
now.
Yes, it is
And
wave
how
season
long does it
now.
last?
April,
no, not quite
Oh,
that long.
March.
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 March, come
Okay,
on.
March 31st, April 1st. See, I was real close. No, just kidding.
March. January to March has amazing deals.
And I've noticed when I've done some of my training, because we all do training
Yes,
because we
all the
want to be
time.
really good agents, that Norwegian has some nice solo rooms.
Yes.
Yes, they do. And some of them are right now. I have seen that they've got the solo
Mm.
rate. So
Yeah.
it's definitely now the time if you're gonna travel alone or you don't even the thing is we're talking about traveling alone, but your cruise lines, you meet other solo people, even if they
Hmm.
have a friend or somebody with them, they kind of all start talking and hanging out. My cruise with MSC, we ended up with a group of about 12 of us by the end of the week where we would get together at night and go to the karaoke together and then we'd go after to the buffet and have pizza at midnight.
Hmm.
So you're not cruising alone.
Alone.
You have a
Yeah.
lot of people and a lot of these cruise ships people will create a solo gathering or
Yes,
even
I've
the
noticed
cruise
that.
lines. Cruise
Hmm.
lines also, if everybody that's solo wants to meet at, like, I know with the cruise I'm going on, anybody that's solo wants to meet up, they can meet up at one of the restaurants the first night. Um, it's called Razzle Dazzle. And then what they do is they even meet up at the pool later before the welcome party. So you get to meet these people. And it's not like, oh my gosh, it's a stranger. I can't talk to them like we've grown to learn that, oh my gosh, they might be crazy, they might be this. You're on a cruise ship together, you're in a group. You're not alone meeting another solo person.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's nice. You can go on a solo cruise and meet friends. Once you build a relationship, and not even you have to build a relationship or a friendship, sometimes the same group of travelers will start to travel together and go on the same cruises. I know
Yeah.
people that have met several other people, and it ends up a big group that goes in January every year. So you don't have to think, oh my gosh, I don't want to travel alone. You're not alone. You have, depends on the capacity of the ship, but
Yeah.
3,000 other people. You're not alone.
And that's really great for people who are solo traveling only because they don't have someone else that can travel with them. That
Yeah.
they get that solo discounted room during the time that they can get it discounted. But then they have all these other things that they can do on the ship with all the other people who might be traveling solo as well, which is really cool.
Hmm. Yep. I mean, my last cruise, my friend and I traveled together a lot. Sometimes it's hard to find somebody to travel. Being single, it's hard to find somebody, but we travel a lot together. And we were at the hotel, and just by luck, we overheard another couple of ladies saying that they were trying to get an Uber to the cruise port. And we're like, hey, you going to the cruise port? What cruise port? Where are you going? You know, and we shared the ride share
Mhm.
to the port. We become friends with them. Little did we find out that they were from Canada, sisters, and my friend that travels with me is from Maine, and I was born and raised in Maine. They were neighbors. Well, I mean, because she's closer, she's been able to go visit them twice now.
That's great.
Wow.
I was like, now we just need a reunion cruise.
That's right.
That is cool.
So
That
I
is
mean, you
really
can
cool.
you can build friendships and
Yeah.
then have
That's
somebody to travel
wonderful.
with.
Yeah, for sure.
I think
We've 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 done that in just about every country
right.
we've been to, and so we obviously, the best way to keep in touch with people is either Facebook or Instagram. But we still talk to the people we met in Egypt and in Dubai and in Greece. And it's just kind of cool that you're traveling the world and you're meeting these people. And it's not just a one time thing, that you're all still, in touch and talking to each other.
Yes, I've stayed in touch with somebody from the cruise. It was actually a worker.
Mm,
I still, in touch with that person. Somebody in Antigua. So the cruise, I mean, it was a bunch of us on board that, we still are in contact. We added each other on Facebook, you know. So yeah, you actually do start meeting other people that love to travel or from that country, and you learn from them and you keep in contact with them.
yeah,
So it's nice, to build a friendship.
for sure.
Heck, Jenna, I mean, I built a friendship with her the last couple of years, and I'm so thankful. I love her to pieces. We help each other. We actually, our convention, Jana's mom became
Oh,
Convention.
that's
Jana's
right.
mom became my mom.
That's
She's my
right.
second mom.
That's right.
She was with us at our convention. She took care of us both.
That's right. And then this year
And
we picked up Mary, so now there's
Yes.
3 of
yes,
us,
yes,
and we're all
yes.
going
Mom
to
has to adopt you
convention
Convention.
now.
And it's gonna
and
be in
Hawaii,
Hawaii.
and
Yes,
mom's coming
Hawaii.
to convention.
Oh, nice.
Yes. So now mom has to adopt you too. Shh,
That's
don't
right,
tell her.
Mary.
Maybe she's not listening.
I think she's listening.
Ah, shh, maybe she didn't hear that part. We love mom. Mom's amazing.
We do.
You'll love
Um,
her, Mary.
And
yes,
we're gonna do a live out in
Yes.
Hawaii.
that's right.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to do a live in Hawaii.
Yes. Maybe we can get mom to join us.
Maybe we
One of our
can.
guests.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
that'll be
maybe mom
good.
can talk about her travel and how much she's
Yes.
enjoying it. Yes.
Yes. I think that would be perfect.
All right. So
We're gonna have to hit mom up.
That's right.
What are moms for?
that's
Other than our ironing.
Now you just made her laugh.
Oh gosh.
So I just want to make a quick little note that if you happen to be watching this podcast as a recording after we've done it live, please, please, please go down below and hit the subscribe button so that you know when we're coming live again. And then also in the comments, ask us questions. Give us a topic. What do you want? What would you like to hear from us so that we can get some of our audience involved with us and go grab the information or the sites or the places you're interested in hearing about. And we'd be happy to include those things in future podcasts, but just want to make sure that you subscribe on the bottom and then comment.
Comment if you're watching the replay or the live. We'd love to see
Oh yes.
who
we would
watched
love
us
to know that.
live.
We love to know.
Yes, we would love to know. But we do have a plan of when we're actually going to do our lives. And when is it? Every 2 weeks
2 weeks, yeah.
on Thursdays, same
On
time.
Thursdays, yep, same time.
Except for
Same
when we're
bat time, same bat channel.
except
No
Hawaii,
bats.
we might
Yes.
have to adjust it a little depending on
time.
our schedule.
Yes.
Yes. So, but
Yes,
we
because
will
that is
go
a
live.
working trip.
Yes.
And
It's
that will be
still fun.
Honolulu. So we might have
Yes.
to, for that one, we might have
We gotta
to
figure this
have the
out.
beach as our background and be
We just
live
might, yeah, that's it. We're gonna
With
have
in
to
Honolulu
go.
with our lays
with, yes,
Oh yes,
and our
and a
fruity
fruity
drinks.
drink.
and fruity drinks. Absolutely, absolutely. Looking forward to that.
Definitely. Definitely. It's been fun, ladies.
It has been.
It was a little bit of a learning curve to get started, but I think our first show went pretty good. Well,
Considering we decided to do this 3 weeks ago.
yes, that's not much time to plan something like this, but we
No,
figured it out.
I mentioned it. Yeah. And
And
thank
hey,
you, ladies,
So, and
for
definitely.
that's something that I think is a huge nugget, right?
Mhm.
If you want to start something, start it
yeah.
and just learn as you go. Because
Definitely.
the more you sit around and you you try to plan and you try to create and you try to make it perfect, you may never start it, right? So yes, we came up with this idea 3 weeks ago and we were just like, hey, we're going to do it and we're going to learn as we go. And we're so thankful that we have an audience that's going to help us along the way. But it's fun for us to talk travel. We love it. And thank you all so much for being
Yes.
here tonight.
Yes, thank you.
Yes. Thank you.
And on that note, I think it's about closing time. As
Girls
much as
Gone-
I could
quick.
continue talking,
I
the
know
hour
we
went by
totally
quick.
we totally could. So should we say Girls Got Global out or what should we do here? Should we
Anybody have any suggestions? Leave them in the comments.
Yeah.
But for tonight, Girls Gone Global signing out.
Yeah.
All right.
Signing out. All right, ladies.
Have a good night.
Till
have a
next
good
time.
night? 2 weeks till you see then.
2 weeks.
See you then. Yep.
All right.
All
Good
right.
night.
Good night.
Good night.